Hey, Miss Gaston. Today we're going to be making mac and cheese from the 1800s. Okay, so for this recipe we got the pasta, some salt, some grated Parmesan cheese, and some garlic butter. And then on top of that we also have some crackers that I'm going to crumble on top once it's in the oven. So first step is to turn the oven to 400 degrees, right. And then we're going to get a saucepan for the milk and the pasta. So it's 4 cups of milk, but originally this recipe it dates back to 1863, and it's from Godey's Lady's Book of Civil War Recipes. And originally it only read one sentence, and it says, "Boil the macaroni in milk, put in the stew pan butter, cheese, and seasoning. When melted, pour into the macaroni, putting breadcrumbs all over, which will brown before the fire altogether." So as you can see, it's not a ton to go on, and there aren't any suggestions on quantities or cooking time. But with a little help of some modern day recipes, they expanded the instructions online. So they gave me some measurements. So 4 cups of milk with 3 cups of the pasta. So I'm just throwing in 3 cups there. And yeah, so some more history, I guess. The earliest known recipe for mac and cheese dates all the way back to 1769. And it was a pretty similar recipe to this. So you kind of just boil it in the milk and you throw everything in there. So once the timer was up, it's coming together. So the milk was getting absorbed. Threw in the butter that we were measuring out as 3 tablespoons of butter. And, I might have thrown in a little bit extra. And stirred that all around. Anyways, so in the 1860s, like a pipe macaroni would have been used. And nowadays, we tend to think of like cheddar or a different mixture of cheeses. But in the Civil War era, they usually would have an aged cheese like this Parmesan right here. So this Parmesan cheese is pretty realistic for the time period. And then, so we just added the butter and the cheese and some salt. We're just going to stir that until it's all stirred up pretty good, and then we'll toss it in the oven. But some more history. So you can thank one of our founding fathers for popularizing macaroni in America. It was reportedly Thomas Jefferson loved it so much that he brought over a pasta-making machine from Europe and served mac and cheese at state dinners during his presidency. While he didn't invent it, and he probably wasn't the first to introduce it to America, he did have a hand in making it more well-known, though one of his guests didn't seem to appreciate it all that much. So William Parker Cutler was at one of the president's dinners one time, and he quoted, "Dinner not as elegant as when we dined before. Among other dishes, a pie called macaroni, which appeared to be a rich crust filled with trillions of onions or shallots, which I took it to be, tasted very strong and not agreeable. Mr. Lewis told me there were none in it. It was an Italian dish, and what appeared like onions was made of flour and butter, with a particularly strong liquor mixed with them." What is clear is that Thomas Jefferson did appreciate it. On November 29th, 1809, he ordered 2 boxes of macaroni totaling 50 pounds, and just a month later, he went ahead and ordered another 20 pounds. You could say he was obsessed with macaroni and cheese, just like us. In the 1860s, pipe macaroni would have been used. Actually, I already said that. But anyways, so threw on some saltines and crackers on there, and then tossed in the oven for 20 minutes. So just let that kind of cook. Oh, Miss Gaston, look at that! Anyways, so just let the timer run out, and then pull it out of the oven, and bang! This is honestly better than I imagined. I know you were saying that some people had some messed up recipes, but just listen to this. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. All right, Miss Gaston, I got that Parmesan mac and cheese on deck, ready to go. Let's give it a bite, see how it is. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, take it easy.